Arsenal and Tottenham have boosted their search for the winner of the 23 and 24 league aged 25. Arsenal shifts focus to intriguing €40 million, Real Madrid star. Arsenal eyeing first, sublime £27 million signing to upgrade Ben White. Hello, fan of the greatest club in the world. Welcome to another news video. Before we dive in, go ahead and subscribe to stay up to date with all things Gunners. Arsenal may renew interest in Bologna striker Joshua Zirkzee after RB Leipzig counterpart Benjamin Sesko opts to stay in the Bundesliga beyond this summer, according to The Guardian. The Gunners aim to strengthen their attack ahead of the next season, and the Slovenian international was at the top of their list, with his £55 million release clause being one of the attractions. However, Sesko is expected to sign a new contract with Leipzig, forcing Arsenal and other suitors to look for alternatives, potentially increasing interest from North Londoners in Zirkzee. The 23-year-old has a £34 million release clause and is set to leave Bologna this summer, despite helping them secure Champions League qualification next season, finishing fifth in the 23 and 24 Serie A campaign. Zirkzee scored 11 goals and provided 4 assists in 34 Serie A appearances during the season, with coach Thiago Motta calling him special, after an impressive performance in February. Milan is also interested in acquiring the Dutchman's services, but Arsenal hopes to persuade him to join them in the Premier League. Coach Mikel Arteta aims to improve next season after his team finished second behind Manchester City in consecutive campaigns, and signing Zirkzee could make a significant difference despite losing Sesko. The former Dutch youth international is a complete forward, with his defensive qualities being one of the things Arteta admires in attackers. The former Bayern Munich forward will be eager to prove his worth in such a big league after being left out of the Dutch squad for Euro 2024 by Ronald Koeman, and the opportunity to join Arsenal could be very appealing to him. Securing a player with such great potential and immense talents for just £34 million is a chance the Gunners cannot miss, and they should make every effort to sign him after the blow of Sesko. What do you think about the possibility of Arsenal trying to sign Joshua Zirkzee as an alternative after losing interest in Benjamin Sesko? Marcus Edwards reportedly wishes to move to the Premier League this summer, with interest from both Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur. According to a report from the Portuguese newspaper O Jogo, Arsenal has shown interest in Marcus Edwards. Tottenham Hotspur also plans to try to re-sign the 25-year-old player in the summer transfer window. However, Sporting is likely to seek profit from him in the coming weeks, as the forward is eager to transfer to the Premier League. Since joining Sporting from Vitória Guimarães in January 2022, Marcus Edwards has found a stable base in his career. A London native, the Englishman was developed in the youth ranks of Tottenham Hotspur, but failed to establish himself in the club's first team. The 25-year-old has already played 110 games for the club, scoring 21 goals and providing 26 assists. Despite being part of the team that won the Portuguese league title in 23 and 24, Edwards had a less impressive performance this season. However, he faces an uncertain future at Estadio José Alvalade, with Ruben Amorim seemingly ready to sanction his sale. A move to the Premier League may be on the cards, with recent reports indicating his desire to return to England in the summer transfer window. Marcus Edwards, an English winger, has drawn interest from Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur for the summer transfer window. Arsenal's interest is understandable as Mikel Arteta seeks to strengthen the attack. Tottenham, on the other hand, may part ways with Manor Solomon and face uncertainties with Richarlison, making Edwards a viable option. Edwards wants to return to England, which further increases the club's interest. It remains to be seen if he will join any Premier League club in this transfer window. As a fan, what do you think about the possibility of Marcus Edwards strengthening the club in this summer transfer window? Would it be a good signing for the team? As detailed by Team Talk, the Gunners are prepared to make a substantial offer for the star Brahim Diaz, aiming to trigger a tactical evolution at the Emirates Stadium. Under Mikel Arteta's leadership, Arsenal has shown a bold approach in the transfer market, with significant investments that have started to yield results. Despite finishing second in the Premier League for 2 consecutive seasons behind Manchester City, Arsenal's management is not resting on its laurels. The club is determined to bridge the gap to the top by bolstering its squad with strategic signings. The Gunners plan to bring in 3 new players to strengthen the midfield, defense, and attack. An intriguing prospect is the potential transfer of Brahim Diaz from Real Madrid, who has emerged as a significant talent in European football. Arsenal's interest in Diaz goes beyond increasing squad depth. They aim to transform the tactical setup, with Arteta considering deploying him alongside Martin Odegaard as dual number 10s in a dynamic 4-1-4-1 formation. Arsenal plans an offensive formation with Saka and Trossard or Martinelli on the wings, in addition to acquiring Diaz for €40 million, made possible by the potential sale of Fabio Vieira. This bold tactical shift seeks to balance attack and defense, with Odegaard supporting Diaz and Rice in midfield. Expectations surrounding these plans are high, aiming to achieve lofty ambitions. Diaz's numbers showcase his excellence, highlighting his ability to score goals and create opportunities. What do you think of Arsenal's plans for the upcoming season? Do you believe the proposed formation changes and potential signings, like Brahim Diaz, will benefit the team's performance? According to a recent report from the Dutch newspaper De Telegraaf, Arsenal is among several teams interested in Feyenoord's right-back, Geertruida. Alongside the Gunners, Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool are also keen admirers of the talented fullback. Geertruida is a key player for De Stadion Club, but they are willing to profit from his sale, estimated at around €32 million, equivalent to approximately £27 million. Despite not being a cheap deal, considering his comparisons with Timber and his impressive performance in the Eredivisie, signing Geertruida would be an excellent idea, even if it affects White's long-term future at the club. The similarities between Geertruida and Timber are clear. Both are Dutch internationals who have developed at top clubs in the country. Although there is always a certain risk when signing players from the Netherlands due to the generally lower level of the league, Geertruida's numbers are so impressive that Arsenal should do everything possible to sign him this summer, even if it means White loses his place in the starting lineup. Acquiring Geertruida could bring not only an immediate reinforcement to the team, but also secure promising talent for the future. His defensive ability and attacking contribution make him a versatile and valuable player for any team. Therefore, despite the significant investment required, bringing Geertruida to the Emirates would be a significant step in Arsenal's pursuit of continued success in the European football scene. Arsenal is considering intervening in the proposed swap deal by Juventus to sign Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa. The Gunners have been longtime admirers of the talented Brazilian midfielder, having had 3 bids rejected during the summer of 2022. However, Luiz renewed his contract with Villa, temporarily committing his future. In recent seasons, the player has shown notable progress in his performance, especially under the guidance of Unai Emery. Despite qualifying for the Champions League, Aston Villa faces financial concerns, including profit and sustainability rules. This forces them to consider transfer offers, even for key players like Luiz. Juventus has submitted a proposal involving a cash sum and 2 players, Weston McKennie and Samuel Eiling Jr., as part of the deal. With Villa open to swap deals, Arsenal sees an opportunity to capitalize on the situation. They could offer players like Fabio Vieira, Rice Nelson, and Emile Smith-Rowe as part of a negotiation, all of whom have been underutilized in Mikel Arteta's team. Although Villa has attacking options, players like Smith-Rowe, who has already been targeted by the club, and Vieira, whose technical skills could be utilized, may be enticing. The inclusion of cash, as Juventus did, could further enhance the attractiveness of the offer. However, there is a significant obstacle. Villa may be reluctant to strengthen a direct rival in the Premier League. Nevertheless, Arsenal's proposal could be so advantageous that Villa might be tempted to accept it, especially considering their financial needs. Therefore, while not a formal offer, the possibility of Arsenal acquiring Luiz cannot be ruled out. Thank you very much for watching until here. Until next time.